What's going on, everybody? It's Johnny Venezia from RotoWire. I'm back today to give you 4 hot offensive waiver wire ads you need to get on right now. First up, it's got to be Miami's Kyle Stowers. This kid has been ripping 4 taters in his last 4 games. The kid's hitting 321 with 6 homers, 25 RBIs, and he's only being rostered in 36% of Yahoo fantasy leagues. That number of ownership is way too low. The kid's got good underlying metrics that suggest he can continue this hot stretch that he's been in. He's got a 412 BABIP, 158 WRC plus with a 20.3% barrel rate to go along with a 51.4% hard hit rate. That would be both career best for him. And Kyle Stowers being on the Marlins, a team that really hasn't had many offensive fantasy relevant players in recent years, could provide a breath of fresh air. So it's nice to have somebody with the Marlins that you can count on in your fantasy leagues. And the fact is, this is somebody that can definitely help you win in the next few weeks as long as he stays hot. And it's a guy that not many people are talking about. So get in on Kyle Stowers today. Next up, we got to go with KC's Maikel Garcia, 319 average with 4 homers, 379 on base percentage, 351 BABIP, 130 WRC plus, with a 53.1% hard hit rate. Also would be a career high. He's only owned in 56% of Yahoo fantasy leagues. I know what some of you might be thinking. Kansas City Royals, fantasy-wise, there's not many guys that I would want to have on my team or even in my starting lineup outside of Bobby Witt, but Garcia is proving to be a good bat with good production in the early going here. And even though their offense has been a little bit hot and cold, I think it can continue this recent hot stretch that they've had in these last few games. They put up a monster Sunday in Baltimore. So I think with Kansas City's offense, Maikel Garcia could be a big contributor going forward. Make sure you get in on him. The 56% owned in fantasy leagues, that's a little bit too low for my taste. Next up, we're going to go out to Cincinnati with Gavin Lux. I know Gavin Lux is supposed to be a big-time prospect back in the day with the Dodgers, and it really hasn't worked out with him. It's a guy that doesn't have a ton of power. He doesn't steal a ton of bases. So why are we talking about him for a hot waiver wire ad right now? I mean, he's batting 311, but he's got a 408 on-base percentage. And honestly, his underlying metrics are pretty good with a 416 BABIP, 131 WRC plus, 43.6% hard hit rate, and he's only being rostered in 39% of fantasy leagues. It looks like Gavin Lux has finally found his calling here in Cincinnati. So the fact is, you can get a guy that you can plug in towards the end of your starting lineup that can give you some positive points throughout the week, especially if you're in leagues where you're counting points as opposed to head-to-head standing stats. So I think Lux here is a solid little addition. I don't know if I would say he's a league winner by any stretch of the imagination, but it's somebody that can just add on some points and help contribute in a positive manner. If you enjoy these videos, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And right now, RotoWire is going to give you 15% off of any product on rotowire.com. That includes our top 400 prospect rankings, prop picker tool, and expert decisions for those tough start sit decisions. Make sure you use code ROTO15 at checkout today. That also, of course, comes with my college baseball weekend slate. We're on a little bit of a heater this season, so make sure you tune in and sign up right now. Let's go out to the Great Northwest. Jorge Polanco is a guy we haven't seen being a fantasy stud since 2021 with Minnesota. But here we are. Polanco in his early 30s is turning back the clock. The guy's been one of the best hitters in the major leagues to start 2025. He's batting 380 with 9 taters, 26 RBIs, a 1203 OPS, and he's only being 79% rostered. He's actually added over 50% ownership in the last week. And obviously everybody's rushing to get in and, stay on the hot train that Polanco's in. But I mean, to be fair, his underlying metrics are still pretty good. And I think with Polanco right now being one of the big contributors for the Seattle offense, it's finally found its groove. I mean, yeah, you have Julio Rodriguez and Cal Raleigh and Randy Arozarena that are supposed to be the big contributors on this team. But now Polanco has provided a good source of not just power, but consistent offense. And this is a guy that can definitely help carry your team at least for the next couple of weeks, maybe longer. I mean, Polanco hasn't really been that good in 4 years, but we're finally getting vintage Polanco with the ability to help your team for the foreseeable future. And you never know. This might be one of those years where he hits 30 home runs and you got to steal in the waiver wire. So the fact that you still have 21% ownership available in Yahoo leagues is too much right now. You got to get in on this guy while he's hot. So make sure you go pick up Polanco from the Seattle Mariners today.